Welcome to BitBoy Crypto.
We can't let anybody else find out who we are. My eyes are up here. I personally would not advise that strategy. So stupid. Yeah. Bugs Bunny or Tweety Bird, how to make money in crypto.
Oh, you're killing me.
Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the people's channel, home of the Bit Squad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. No channel works harder to keep you in the know about crypto. My name is Ben. We come to you live every single day at this 11:30 program at 11:35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is Friday, March 25th, 75 degrees here in the BitBoy Crypto studio. A little bit late today, guys. It's Friday. I'll just be honest with you. We just weren't on time.
You were just late.
No reason today, guys. Rocking my Trae Young jersey today. I'm going to the Hawks game tonight against the Warriors. But unfortunately, Steph Curry's hurt, so it kind of sucks. Watched a little NCAA tournament last night. I've watched more of this NCAA tournament than I have in a few years. It's been pretty good so far. Good to see Duke continue to move forward. Unless you hate Duke, then you probably hate it. But Coach K's last year, so probably right. They make it to the Final Four. I hope they don't win, but go ahead and make it to the Final Four. That'd be great. Guys, we are going to be looking at the price of Bitcoin today when Frank comes up. And I tell you what, this is absolutely insane what we're seeing right now. Bitcoin was above 45K. Right now we're sitting back at 44.5. But I think, where did we peak out at? We peaked at 40. Well, I can't see because this thing's in the way. Let's see. We peaked at 45,137. So we did go over 45. And look at Frank's box that he made. Look at that.
Yeah.
It bounced right off the top of Frank's box. Frank's got a nice box.
Everybody loves Frank's box.
Everybody loved it. For sure. But, guys, it feels so bullish right now. It really does. And here's what's interesting. We're going to look at some news stories today. We got some big news going on with oil right now, how this relates to crypto. We'll be talking about that. But is it just me, or does it seem like this week we've had the price going up and we've really actually had like a lack of like heavy crypto news? Does it seem like that to you?
Yeah.
What happened this week? What's a big story from this week?
Yeah, I would say it's a lot more crypto adjacent news. It's things that
exactly.
you could see
Macro
relating. Yeah, macroeconomic type stuff, but nothing. All the big narratives for crypto are really this summer.
Yeah, exactly. So we're leading into it. So we'll see what happens. What happens. I certainly hope we're going to continue this upwards push. But let's go ahead and get started on the show. 1.45 million subscribers here on the YouTube. So you guys are enjoying our nightly 9 o'clock videos. 823.7 thousand here on Twitter. Yuga Labs never got back to us. So, I guess it is what it is. I guess we'll have to make alternate plans with this really great, incredible thing we were going to give them for free, but I guess they're just, I don't know. Not people. I guess they just know how to relate to monkeys. XRP case heading like a freight train towards settlement. Clock is ticking. If you guys are in that XRP army, we've had some really big news in the last couple of days regarding, what is going on. Basically, just so you guys understand, for that XRP army, throw the X up. Well, I was choking myself. Okay. Don't choke yourself, but throw the X up if you're in the XRP army. It looks like Ripple is really putting a lot of pressure on the SEC right now, and they're really pressuring them to give a timeline of when this is going to be over. So definitely something to keep your eye on. 446,000 followers here on BitBoy_crypto on Instagram. Of course, on Dad Jokes for the Win, my personal account, non-crypto photos and stuff like that. We're over 6,200 now. I lost 4 followers. Is that what that said? That's weird. But you know what we need to start showing up here, TJ?
What's that?
Facebook. We don't show our Facebook. We have a really big Facebook. How many people do we have on our Facebook now? I think we're like at 100,000 over there now.
Nice.
Facebook, BitBoy Crypto. Let's see if we can find it. We're at 150,000 followers over here on Facebook. So if you're in the Facebook demographic and it's something that you like, you guys can hit that up. We put a lot of, content over here as well, but be careful. There are certainly a lot of scams on Facebook. So you do have to be careful with that. All right, here we go. Look at this number. Let's refresh, make sure. Woo,
Yeah. Held it.
that was close. We
Yeah.
held it. We have just had a little bit of a drop here. Let's chip in money and buy Ben a tanning bed. Guys, that's not happening. I'm sorry. I'm El Natural.
Well,
Okay.
summer is just getting started. I mean, the sun's just coming out. Give him a couple weeks. I'm sure you'll
Yeah.
get a tan.
Look,
You spend enough.
sun's out doesn't mean tan's out.
No.
Sun's out, guns out.
There you
Okay,
go.
that's what it means. That's what you got to get ready for. The sun's out, guns out. 2.001 trillion. We did have a little bit of a drop, but the volume still looking good. $108 billion. Bitcoin dominance ticking back up, 42.1%. Need to really start monitoring this ETH number, see where this is heading to. It's at 18.8% today. And for 31 Paraguays, you guys can send an ETH transaction. Now, just so you guys know, there is talk of a country accepting Bitcoin as legal tender following in the footsteps of El Salvador, which that was actually announced last year at Bitcoin 2021.
Mm.
The news is during Bitcoin 2022, we're going to get another one of these announcements. Do you have any insight on who it might be?
I should. I feel like,
Like, is it going to be like if it's Honduras? That's kind of lame because
No,
that's already kind of out there in the news a little bit.
Yeah, I had heard. I'd heard something about maybe Brazil. But that's the one I'd heard about. I'm not sure, but I could be misremembering. But it was somebody like that. It was somebody big, had some economy, somebody that wasn't necessarily in the discussion, like you said. It's not another Venezuela or something like that. So
Yeah.
that's what I'd heard about, but I don't know if that's the
America.
case. America.
Maybe it's going to be America. We got Joe Biden speaking at Bitcoin 2022 announcing.
No, I don't think so.
No, that's not going to be happening. Let's go Bitcoin. Okay. So, before we get into the numbers, what else was I going to say about that? Oh, you know what we have to do, TJ?
What's that?
We have 6 passes to give out
Oh, nice.
for Bitcoin 2022.
Perfect.
So we're going to do that Monday and Tuesday, I guess.
Cool. That's good. I like it.
We'll work on a contest today. We'll get a contest together because we got to do it quick, obviously, because if we can do it by the end of Tuesday, then that means that you'll have a week to make travel plans, or if you're already down there, to go. So, but we really only want people like in this contest that will actually use these passes. So if you're like, oh, I just want to win for the sake of winning, please don't enter. So we're going to announce that on, we're announcing it today. Monday and Tuesday, we'll run that contest. So I guess we'll do a Gleam, a Gleam contest, maybe get people to sign up for our newsletter or something like that. So
yeah, maybe we do one with the Players Lounge. Let them give one.
Yeah,
I think
we could
that'd
do
be
that.
Good. Yeah, smash the likes. For
We could
free
let them
stuff.
give 2. It makes sense to give 2,
Yeah, that
and we
makes
give
sense.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. That'd be good.
Yeah.
So cool, guys. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into this. Bitcoin, $44,423, up 1%, 9% for the day. We have just had a pullback. It was basically at 45,000 a little bit earlier this morning. Ethereum holding steady, up at $3,136. Binance Coin about the same place it was yesterday. XRP down a hair. Cardano with a little bit of a pullback after a massive run. Pretty much everything in the red today, almost, if you look at it. Do have some winners. Thorchain continuing to move. Good news. Chili's Quant, I think, had some big news here recently. I can't remember what it was. Cadena, Qtum, Algorand. We hold a pretty fair amount of Algo. Holochain up. Holochain, I can't believe is still in the top 100. It seems like one of those projects that, like, you only know if you've been in crypto for a long time. And I don't know where the momentum from Holochain comes from.
Yeah.
It's not even blockchain. People didn't know that. I can't remember what their consensus is, but all right, let's go ahead and check out this story here. What are the Bitcoin price levels to watch as Bitcoin nears March peak?
Were you going to tell me something about another nation accepting Bitcoin? Did you have something in mind when you were asking, other than Brazil? No.
Just hope it's not Honduras.
Gotcha. You were just hoping.
No
it was
offense
something-
towards Honduras. I've been there on a mission trip. Like,
something
went up to the
substantial.
mountains of Honduras. I think Tegucigalpa is like the murder capital of the world, which is their capital. But what I would say is that news has already trickled out a little bit. So what I was going to say, where I was kind of going with all this, is usually we get big announcements. Also, we usually see a big pump around the time of this conference.
Yep.
We did not see one for Bitcoin 2021. Why? Elon Musk dumped the price 2 days before the conference.
Yeah.
So if you remember, basically he put out a tweet saying, hey, it's pretty funny that I can tweet whatever I want, make the market go which way I want it to go. And he said something negative in the price chart. Remember he put that meme of himself dumping the price of Bitcoin, and then the price of Bitcoin dumped. I hate Elon Musk. Screw that guy for sure. CryptoFace just texted me.
Nice.
He says, we're bullish, man. This May has a good chance to be stay in May, not sell and walk away in May. But next 6 weeks look good so far. That's from the man himself. That's from CryptoFace texting me. I told you my battery on my watch is still good. I saw y'all in the comments saying it was no good before the show started. It's good stuff right there.
That is.
So let's check it out. Let's check out these moves here. Bitcoin closed in on its highest level of the month on March 25th. It hit 44,698 on Friday. It actually hit 45.2 on TradingView on Bybit, or maybe that was Coinbase. Not 100% sure. The pair was $1,000 away from cracking the monthly high around 45,330, which means it got $200 from that. For traders, the yearly open at 46,000 was now of increasing importance. So it makes sense that we pumped up today. It's the expiry today of the options for quarter two.
Mm-hmm.
We had mentioned that this was a time to watch and it could break bullish, and that's what we've seen. What usually happens at such obvious resistance? Bitcoin bursts through, fueled by a short squeeze. This is pretty good stuff, guys, we're looking at. So what are some other numbers we want to look at? Let's see. We need to stay above 37,000. The major wall is between 45,000 and 46,000. Why has Ben hating on Elon? Because he literally pumped and dumped Bitcoin and bragged about it. I'm sorry, the guy's a douche. I hate that guy. I would never drive a Tesla. Ever. I feel sorry for people that like
Well,
him.
you have gone on record and said you would drive a Tesla. You just drive it off a cliff.
100%. I would love to take a Tesla and drive it off a cliff. Screw Elon Musk. I don't understand how people can like this guy. He's never created anything, right? He's never created anything. He's stolen everything. He stole Tesla from the people that invented it and created it. And if you go ask Americans, 9 out of 10 Americans who know what Tesla is will tell you Elon Musk invented it. Guarantee you. Go try it. I've done it. Go try it. The guy's a fraud. So anyways. All right. TA, Bitcoin gains momentum. Indicators point strong move to $45,000. So we've already looked at that. Let's go ahead and have Frank come on up and check out what is going on with the Bitcoin chart. Frankie. Nope, that's not it.
There
I
he
need to
is.
find your actual chart, Frank.
Frankie
This is getting
Fibonacci.
real awkward.
Frankie.
Real awkward, Frankie.
Stand really close.
Yeah, closer.
Okay.
Closer.
This is turning into a prompt. Can you put
Hold
your
on.
hand? Let's prompt photo here. No, stop. Don't. We're not taking a prompt photo.
Somebody clip it. Somebody clip it.
Come on, where's T Salty when you need him?
What's going on, guys? I hope you enjoyed that little prompt photo. We got a lot to look at today. It's feeling good. I mean, when you get the text from CryptoFace,
That's pretty good. On the show, live on the show.
yeah, that's a signal. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at Bitcoin. Also gonna take a look at a couple of alts. Things are looking pretty good. A lot of the alts are starting to look like they are pretty primed to start moving, which is exciting. DXY, the US dollar index, still kind of hanging out where it's been. Kind of still trying to keep an eye on that. But let's go ahead and jump in. Weekly kind of looks the same as it has been, looking like we're taking steps in the right direction. But let's start on the daily here. Let me just go ahead and refresh real quick.
Ben sounds bitter. I am bitter. I do hate Elon Musk. I'm bitter that he ruined my Bitcoin 2021 pump last year.
Oh, God. Elon Musk. All right. So here we are, guys. We were saying yesterday that it looked like we were coming up to test this 45K level at the top of this resistance range. It is happening. We will zoom out. This is actually not the daily. This is the daily. But, we will zoom in and we are,
Look
we're
at that
getting-
money flow.
Yeah. Coming up beautifully. This is, this is what you want to see. And, when we zoom in a little bit, we are coming down a little bit. We are rejecting off of 55, which if you watched the show yesterday, we were talking about that was a level that we could see a bounce from. Perfectly bounced off that level. Nothing to, be alarmed about or anything.
See
Let's
that
just
clip? You see what Trail Grinder clipped?
Oh, Frankie
hug
hug from behind. Let's go. Oh, I love
Let's
that.
not. Let's not.
Can't wait to see that. I can't wait to show that on my stream tonight.
Portfolio video tomorrow, guys, by the way.
All right.
And here you go. You got somebody from your channel. It's me, GB.
Oh, GB, what's going on,
He
man?
said he shorted 45K.
Let's go. See, the Candle Mafia is out there. We've been getting a lot of messages of people making some pretty good moves, learning from our channel. So definitely, if you have not been watching, check us out at 5:45 p.m. every single day after ATB. We're spitting some good, we call it sauce. We're spitting that knowledge. Back to Bitcoin here. Let's see here. So yeah, we rejected right off this 45K level, came right back down. So here's the thing. Let me just zoom in. Let's go to the 30-minute just so we can get a little more zoomed in. Right. This is kind of this. I think we're going to see real good support right here for two reasons. Right. We had this level at about 44 acting as really good. Not really good resistance, but it was a difficult level for us to get past. Obviously, we were just knocking on this door for quite some time. And then, I'm thinking we can flip this into support. We also have a spider line, right? So we were also rejecting, when we weren't rejecting off of this 44K level, we were rejecting right off the spider line down here in green, this green dashed line. So we are coming down to this, flip this into support, and you have the spider line just below it. So some good confluence there. I think it's going to be a strong support. And also, I do just want to point out, going back to the daily, right? Another level, right? Because we were able to bring up that 45K level for shorting opportunity for everybody. The next level that I am watching is this level right here, coming in at about 4677 or 46,770. Right here, and this is this is actually a fib level. So if we zoom out just a little bit, when you pull a fib from the all-time high to this low right here, it does come out to be a fib level. So when we do break out to out of 45K, which I think is very likely, that is the next stop that I think we could see a little bit of resistance. So if we could just pop above this line, flip it to support, I think that will be where we start banging our head again. And then you do have the 200-day moving average right above that coming in at about 48K. So probably going to see some resistance there. But things are looking really, really good. Real quick before I hop off, I do just want to look at some of these alts, right? And I talk about this on my channel a lot. When you zoom out, I mean, a lot of these alts are still absolutely crushed from their all-time highs, right? So still pretty good entries on these alts, and a lot of them, right, early in the money flow crossover, a little earlier than Bitcoin. Polkadot coming into the green on the daily. Even if you take, let's see, XRP, right, in the green. And some of them are even earlier. If you take a look at Gala, I believe. Yeah, Gala just getting that green money flow crossover. So not too late. And then again, if you come up here, you can see, from here, to the current price, crushed like 70%. So, still at very, very, very cheap prices to get into a lot of these alts. And a lot of them are starting to look really, really juicy. So
that's good. Might be a good time.
Yeah, it is looking good, guys. Exciting times. Let's get past 45. We are coming down to that support level, so we should get a bounce pretty soon, in my opinion. And then there we go. Let's see if we can break that 45K.
All right, bing bong, back to the
bong,
cage.
baby.
Somebody said, "Hey, don't say Frank's good, but don't put him back in the cage." Factual information. Notice all these people that are positive Elon are they're almost all anonymous in the chat. Or Elon bots. Elon bots. Isn't that what he does? He makes things that are bots. He works on AI stuff. I don't know. I'm just saying. Just saying. All right, guys, let's go ahead. Don't forget, as we get going into our top stories here, don't forget to smash the like button. You got to smash the like button. It's the number one thing you can do as a member of the Bit Squad to show the support, to show that you are, interested in crypto, to allow more people to see these videos and things like that. So if you're watching on mobile, make sure to X out of the live chat, hit the like button, come back in. If you're watching on Smart TV, bottom left-hand corner of your screen, hit more actions, more options, and then hit react, and then like this video. We did briefly break 45K. That is correct. We did. Elon is fake. Is he AI? The question. I don't know. All right, guys. Here we go. Let's see here. America's first Bitcoin ETF hits a record high trading volume after 2 weeks of strong inflows. And this is like a decent story here. We're going to cover it, but I really want to talk about ETFs in general here in just a moment. First, Bitcoin Futures Exchange Traded Fund in North America, the Purpose Bitcoin ETF, designed to provide investors with risk-adjusted returns, have outright token ownership has climbed to a new all-time high. As things stand, the Canadian ETF currently holds 36,000.
Yeah, I like how they do that. North American. They make it sound
No, but this says America.
Well, it is America. It's North America.
No, North America is not America. No one says North America as America. What they're saying is they go straight to the Canada, and then they go down to ProShares down here.
Got it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that was a little funky when I read it too. Like, what are they saying here? And I had to go back and read it because I was like, did they say North American? And then I got into the rest of the story.
Yeah,
So
sounds like they're trying to pull a fast one there.
it does. It does a little bit. You know, like why do you talk about America and then you start with Canada? Guys, America first policy here on the BitBoy Crypto channel. Meanwhile, following two, sorry, people from other countries, we love you too. We all get along. But you should love where you're from the most, I think, right?
Or move.
Or move, you know? Meanwhile, following 2 weeks of robust inflows, the total Bitcoin exposure in the ProShares ETF, which trades under the symbol BITO on the New York Stock Exchange, has also risen to a new all-time high of more than 28,000 BTC. And what's really fascinating when you look at this chart here is that as the price was dropping, people were filling up on this ETF here. Bet first game next season, ATL versus Lakers. Loser shaves beard.
That's Gaston.
Gaston. I'm not shaving my beard, guys. Sorry, I'm not shaving my beard. My wife told me I'm hideous when I shave my beard. So I shaved my face one time since we've been married in almost 13 years.
Allie was trying to get me to shave my beard the other day. Just out of morbid curiosity. I was like, do you think it would look better or are you
Morbid,
just curious? And she's like, oh, I'm just curious. I'm like,
Beards are makeup for guys.
I bet J Chains would take that bet.
You seen him without a beard?
Yeah.
It ain't. I can say it like this. It ain't hitting.
Yeah.
It ain't hitting.
Brian without a beard.
Oh
also.
my gosh, what a hideous man.
He looks 10 years younger.
Let's face facts, guys. All men are hideous.
Yeah.
Men are not good looking. I'm sorry. I am an outlier, but in general, that's why we need things like beards and muscles because the rest of us is disgusting. Guys, when it comes to these ETFs, this is what I want to talk about. Last night on around the blockchain, we talked about would Bitcoin or Ethereum hit new all-time highs first, and I took the road that I think Ethereum will because of this merge coming on. But you know what I wasn't considering, what I hadn't thought about, was Raoul Pal's comments saying that a couple months ago, which seemed about a month ago, he said this, and it seemed very unlikely at the time, but now we fast forward and it seems more likely. Could we get the first spot ETF approved in April? That would align with Crypto Faces, from a technical perspective, what he's talking about. Could we see that? And if we do get the first spot ETF, will we see something similar to what we saw with the futures ETFs, where at first it peaks a little bit, then it retraces before finally moving up to all-time highs, in accumulation? Or will this immediately mean the price is going to spike up? If we get an ETF approved in April, it's very likely Bitcoin would be heading back to all-time highs. It's still, I don't know, it can move very quickly. If you guys remember how fast it went from 54,000 to 69,000 in October and November, I think it was only a couple weeks.
Yeah, it can move quick.
It can move quick. So, we could hit those all-time highs with Bitcoin beforehand, but I still want to, oh man. How are you, we've been talking about how, this is realistic that we hit all-time highs. When does it move on over Cosmic Industries? I know you're a nerd. This is a basketball jersey. It's sports. I know a lot of you guys don't know about that. But the thing is that, do you think it's when does it become probable? How are you feeling about this right now? Are you feeling like we're settling into a place where now we're almost expecting Bitcoin to head towards all-time highs by the end of the year? It's close right now, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's close.
We're straddling that line. If I think the spot ETF being approved, if that happens, that gives me a lot of confidence because there's a big difference between the spot and the future. As we all know, with these future prices, kind of like you were alluding to today, it's all betting on the difference in price, higher or lower, where when it's spot, you're just betting that it's going to go up over time and you want it to go up over time. So you're incentivized to push it up and there's less incentive for the short side to be pushing it down and all that sort of stuff. You're not playing against the future price. You're actually playing against the real price.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, big money wants the price to go up. So if we have a spot ETF, I think that's extremely bullish. That would give me the kind of the go ahead I need to call it as
Probably.
new all-time highs. Yeah.
Yeah.
But right now there's still a lot of variables. It's a lot of talk. It's a lot of unconfirmed. It's a lot of if this, then that, so I feel like April, May, June, we'll learn a lot from a lot of different places. But, because there still is all that geopolitical unknown that if that can kind of resolve, we've got the ETH merge and all these different things coming from, technical, fundamental side, then it should be a clear path ahead. But, we got to wait.
This is the first time I've been excited in many months.
Yeah. Felt good today.
It was really like probably the middle of January when I realized like this is not going the way we thought it was going to go at all.
Yeah.
And it's been like very dicey since then. Even when we headed up to 45,000, I guess is at the very beginning of the month, it still didn't feel very hopeful. It felt like it was a bull trap.
Mm-hmm.
This hitting 45K, it doesn't feel like that. Yeah, of course we did retrace and, it hit, but that's what happens when you hit resistance.
I would say too, I feel a lot stronger about 28 to 30 range too. Like that support just got stronger and stronger and stronger. Now we've tested it and bounced off it again.
Well, I'll tell you, the interesting thing with, something that really made me extremely bullish on thinking maybe we've bottomed was seeing that chart that said 39,000 is the number one price Bitcoin has accumulated at in its history.
Yeah.
That is so strong.
Very
That's
strong.
That's what support is. Support is how many people bought at this level and are still at profit versus wanting to sell,
And they're
or wanting to
incentivized-
sell because they're in profit versus being underwater.
Right. They want to defend that spot. Big money does. So
Jazz LeBron says, yes, I think back to 39K one more time. I think we could see Bitcoin head back up towards 50 and then have one decent retracement still, maybe leading into maybe getting a spot ETF approval. Now, we're basing that spot ETF approval strictly on Raoul Pal claiming to have some info on it. Now,
still
you know how
long
my
shot.
info worked out last year. So, it doesn't mean that it's legit. I certainly don't think he's lying.
Let's see if Raoul Pal is better than Mr. X.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well,
And then-
Mr. X said Raoul Pal doesn't know as much as he thought he did. So this is like the Lakers versus Celtics right here.
Here we go.
Yeah.
And I will say, Shannon, real quick, give those chats a little bit more time before you ban them because some of them aren't that bad.
We love Shannon though.
Yeah, she's great.
You know who we
miss?
miss? Marcy.
Marcy, yeah.
We miss Marcy. Marcy's not been here in a long time.
Some of those bull run riders, they disappear when the bear market comes.
I think Marcy will be back. I think she was taking a break.
They always come back.
They always do. They always do. We love Marcy. So, all right, guys, let's move on here. Let's talk about this oil story here. The EU strikes gas deal with the U.S. as it seeks to cut its reliance on crypto. U.S. President Biden and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. Okay.
That was funny.
What's that?
Somebody said we need to put up a warning when you're showing skin. I just wasn't expecting.
Well, it's hard for y'all to see where the shirt ends and the skin starts.
That's what somebody
Thank
said.
God for the red line.
That's what they
You know?
said.
Is that what they said?
Somebody said.
I know I'm pale, y'all. I know I'm pale. Okay. Well,
It's
you know.
March. Give them
Yeah.
some time.
well,
Get out on the ball field.
maybe I
It'll-
got to get back to the tannin vitamin.
Yeah, well, those, no, you just got to get back out on the ball field. You'll get that ballpark tan going.
Well, we've been wearing long sleeves because
Ah.
it's been like remotely chilly. We
Yeah.
got some pullovers and stuff. So, gonna be at a ball tournament all weekend this weekend for sure.
There you
So,
go.
12 teams. Let's do it. All right, guys. Primary goals of the task force. It's a task force to bolster energy security for Ukraine. We know President loves that. Primary goal of the task force, the U.S. and the EU, would be to diversify LNG supplies. It comes amid heightened concerns, yada, yada, yada. U.S. said Friday it will work with international partners to provide at least 15 billion cubic meters more of liquefied gas to Europe this year. Let me ask you this question, TJ.
Okay.
Do you think that this stuff is going to give us a I see your super chat there, Sean. We're going through those very soon for picking this month's recipient of the car. Do you think we're going to see a reversal where the United States is going to have to like go back to it, like becoming energy independent, and where we're going to see like almost a climate change policy reversal because people are understanding like how bad it is for us as a country to be leaning on countries that hate us, in getting our energy? Do you think we're going to see like some big, massive changes for like, are we going to do oil pipelines here again?
I think that's a very politically charged question, probably. I would say
For sure.
there's very strong incentive for us to do that as a nation, to defend ourselves and to not be as interdependent on global trade. I think a lot of nations have put themselves in a situation where they are not really self-sovereign in the sense that they can't produce what they need to produce without having key alignment from their allies.
Yeah.
And so if that is getting destabilized in a lot of different ways, I think that's what we're seeing. The smart countries are doing that. Russia and China and a lot of these other countries that are starting to figure out how can we support ourselves, our people, our economy without relying on other people to do it. So it's a question of if we want to strengthen ourselves as a nation versus move towards more of a global world,
That's not happening right now. I mean, we're seeing like, this story right here. Biden says Russia should be booted from G20. We're seeing a separation in the world as we speak right now.
Right. And so if that continues down that path, we should be producing more of our own stuff. I think they're trying to prepare people for that because it's not going to be a quick fix. It's going to be a lot of pain if we do go this route. So I think that's what they're worried about. I think the politicians are worried about the reality of the situation and U.S. citizens understanding how dire it could get if we can't calm this down. But yeah,
I'm
the
so
food
confused right
the
now.
food shortage is real. I mean, if you're cutting Russia off, they provide most of the fertilizer that goes into most of the world's food supplies. So if you're not playing ball with them, you better come up with a lot of stuff really fast, or the food's not going to hit the shelves the way people are used to.
Look at this. 2 things as a nation we should agree on. No ball caps worn backwards and no jerseys to be worn after age 40. I'm 39, snitches. How about that?
There you go.
How about, check out this story right here. This is nuts right here. I want to show you guys how crazy this is. Biden says Russia should be booted from G20. Russia's economy has shrunk in half since invading Ukraine. Look at this. Popeyes. That's it. There's nothing in the story about Popeyes. You see the title?
Yeah.
You see this? Control F. Popeyes. It's literally nowhere. Is that not the weirdest thing?
That is weird.
Do you think food shortage is what that's about?
I have no
Doesn't say.
idea.
What a weird image for this article. Popeyes. Is there like some kind of like code there?
Unspoken
Is Popeyes
message.
Russian? I don't know. Bluto.
Should we be stocking
Bluto,
up on-
the enemy of Popeyes, he might have possibly been Russian. Maybe they're saying there's going to be an olive oil shortage.
or we should all stock up on chicken?
Spicy chicken at that. President Joe Biden said Russia should be kicked out of the G20. I don't know many G20 countries that would disagree there. I think we're seeing a real strengthening between the United States and Europe right now as well.
Yeah. Well, it's them
Um,
versus the world basically right now. So they better be strong.
And we're
together.
and we're in a great spot over here because we're so far away from everything. None of these countries can really touch us. But Europe is in the line of fire if something really goes down over there. So especially, you look at Poland and Romania being very close to Ukraine. Russia's membership in the group, which represents the major world economies, was discussed during an emergency meeting with allies. Here we are. We're talking about allies again. Feels very World War II-ish. The decision on whether to boot Russia from the group is up to the other G20 members. Let's see. G20 includes not only Western democracies, but also China, Saudi Arabia. India is also in that as well, which we know is seeming to side with Russia right now. Excuse me. U.S. and other allies expelled Russia in 2014 from the smaller group known as G7. It was G8. They changed it to G7. The president remarks came as U.S. reinforced the United stand with allies in supporting Ukraine. So maybe, oh man, do you think if I actually started calling soccer football that could help in some of this tension between the United States and Europe?
Couldn't hurt.
Guys, from now on, when I refer to American football, I will call it American football. When I refer to soccer, I'll refer to it as football.
Really?
This is me giving an olive branch to Europe.
So,
Football. How about we go play a match on the pitch?
There you go.
There we go.
Just call you Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Ted Lasso, very overrated show.
Very overrated.
Very overrated show.
Yeah.
We watch it. I've seen it. I like it. It's not great. It's my opinion. Pro-crypto Republicans push for bill gets backing of a Democrat. This is something we've talked about needing to see. We need to see political harmony in crypto. We don't need to see this become a Republican-Democrat issue, which is, we've been warning about. A push by Cynthia Lummis, one of the crypto industry's staunchest supporters in Congress. She's so staunch. To write a new law for digital assets. Got the support of at least one Democrat. New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand said on Thursday she's working with a Wyoming lawmaker to introduce the legislation in the next several weeks. The work we're doing here is going to be very complex and intensive. Didn't she run for president? Maybe she ran for president. I'm not sure. Gillibrand is a member of the Senate Agricultural Commission. SEC Chair Dirty Gary Gensler said he thinks most cryptos are securities that should be subject to his agency's rules. Has he said that? He said that he thinks that most cryptos are securities.
I don't know.
I don't think he said that. I think that's a misquote there. I think he said they could be. I don't think he said they are. So, somebody said, "What is soccer?" I don't know anymore. We call it football on the channel. Maybe I should pronounce it football. That'd be good.
Sure.
Is that a good Spanish accent? Football.
No.
Madonna apes. Check this out. Here we go. All eyes on her ape there. All eyes on her ape. Madonna, the best-selling music artist of all time. Did you know that? It's not shocking.
No.
It's not shocking.
But I wouldn't have said that off the top of my head.
No, not at all. I would have said Michael Jackson probably.
Yeah.
Number
He's gotta
one.
be up there.
Would have probably said, Eagles have to be up there too, right?
I think they are because they had
Eagles
one,
have to be up there.
Yeah. Certain album that sold forever.
Madonna, best-selling music artist of all time, has bought a Bored Ape Yacht Club. I finally entered the metaverse. How boomerish. Madonna told her 2.7 million followers on Twitter, "My very own ape." She then thanked MoonPay. I'm sure they didn't pay her for this. A wallet app to further add. We all need protection from evil eye.
Fake news.
The actual NFT is not the one pictured, though. Apparently, her team edited it as she did not want the background color, the cigarette, and the eye color. She edited her freaking ape
I don't think
because
she
it
gets the
had a
point.
cigarette in its mouth. You can see where the cigarette should be in the mouth right there, I guess.
Yeah.
She didn't like the back. Madonna, you don't get to choose a background color for your ape.
That's the whole point.
That's the.
Wow.
I can't.
Also,
When it comes to crypto, she's like a virgin.
yeah, that was a good one.
That was good. That was
yeah,
good.
That was
good.
a good one. Just so you know, I'm looking at this here. I've got the Beatles as the number one artist of all time.
Yeah.
Then Elvis, then Michael Jackson, then Madonna. Now
That's to 2016.
That is to 2016.
But how many? She can't have sold them. Pull that back up, though. Eagles were what, number 9? So Eagles are up there.
Yeah. Mariah Carey,
I
U2, Garth Brooks,
Led Zeppelin. A little surprised to see them up that high.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know they're a big band. I mean, I know, but
Yeah.
I'm just surprised they're in the top 10.
The big ones, it takes that international appeal for
Yeah.
a long time.
None of those really shock me. I would just say the most surprising on there I would have thought would have been Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
So Mariah Carey, maybe a little. She's had a lot of albums. So, okay. And yes, she does have the IP. When you buy a Bored Ape, you do have the IP. You can do anything you want with it, but you can't actually change the NFT. Does that make sense?
Right.
Like Adidas, they put like an Adidas shirt on their ape. That's just a JPEG. Literally just JPEG. It's not an NFT once they do that. Okay, so it says the actual NFT is not the one picture, yada, yada. We know it because we can see what MoonPay is doing. We can also check the ape collection. Here it is. That's it. She didn't like orange. Is that because she hates Donald Trump?
Probably.
Possibly. Like orange background bad. Meh. And look, you can see where the cigarette sticks out of the mouth. And what else did she say she didn't like? The eye color? You got to be kidding me. She changed the eye color from green to blue. What? This is insane. Madonna's ape NFT, blah, 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 transferred 2 days ago. I thought this part was really funny as well. and it was bought in ETH. So that means Madonna not only has Ethereum, but it's also using crypto wallets and is basically a Kryptonian now.
Right. Like, there's no way somebody else did this for her.
What are the chances Madonna actually knows even how to get into her crypto wallet and pull up a rate? Very small. Very small.
She's got a screenshot on her phone
Exactly.
of the edited one.
The edited one, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's like, yes. Can my NFT only have green M&Ms, please? You know, come on, Madonna, get out of here.
They got to do riders for the mints, right? You know, like, I only want these features.
And here it says it goes to an address that has more apes in it, as well as a whining baby Putin. Is that a Beeple? It looks like a Beeple.
It looks like it.
Doesn't it look like a Beeple?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Interesting. She's worth almost $1 billion. That was pretty surprising to me too.
Well, you sell all those records.
I know, it's a lot of money, you know. I mean, it's just hard to imagine making music and becoming a billionaire from it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane to me. I mean, when you look at Dr. Dre became a billionaire because he sold a physical product.
Yeah.
That's how he became a billionaire.
Apple Music.
P. Diddy became worth hundreds of millions because he has, an alcohol brand and a fashion line. You know, same thing with Jay-Z. He's got, the whole 9 yards. But just making that much money pretty much from doing...
I'm sure she did.
She does some advertisements, I'm sure, but
yeah.
Does she have her own brands of stuff? I don't know. I haven't heard of those. Maybe so.
Probably.
It's a lot of money, though. That's a lot of money. $850 billion.
Somebody said, watch Madonna by the Falcons. that would be...
I'd be pissed. Hey, you see that fucking tattoo right there?
Oh, Mike's blocking you.
There it is.
There it is. There it is.
Look at that falcon right there. Hey, watch this thing fly. So that thing's flying right now, flying high without a quarterback.
Yeah.
Marcus Mariota, tell you what. Maybe we'll get that Malik Williams guy, or maybe it's Malik Willis. I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll see. Ben, you shed your snake skin, and now the anacondas come out.
Now, the anaconda was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Yeah.
Wiz Khalifa, also with a Bored Ape. Where do you land on Wiz Khalifa? Look how many followers he has.
Yeah. Wow.
More.
Dang.
15 times more than Madonna.
Wow.
She said she had 2.7. He's got 36.3. Wow. Where do you fall on Wiz Khalifa? Are you a fan?
A fan of the person or the music or just in general. I like his hustle. I like his forethought. I like that he's willing to try new things, take risks. I like that approach. Not a huge Wiz Khalifa music guy, but some of it.
I really like that Black and Yellow song until I found out it was a Steelers anthem.
Yeah.
I like Wiz Khalifa pretty good. I just think he raps about smoking weed too much. Like, his other songs I like, but it's just too much about smoking weed. Not there's anything wrong with it if that's what you like to do. Whatever. I don't do it, but I'm not trying to judge anybody. I'm just like, that's not the kind of music I'm really, listening to. Yeah. I gotta skip through those songs. Like, I don't want to hear a whole song about smoking weed. And the guy smokes a lot of weed, that's for sure.
Most of the stuff I've heard of his is older. I don't know what the...
Well, he definitely had like a 2 to 3 album span that was really good. That had a lot of great songs.
Right.
And then since then, to me, it's been a lot of appearances and, stuff like that. But BitBoy, why don't you ask Tim Pool to go on his show? They need good narrative. I would love to go on Tim Pool's show. I like Tim Pool.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, here we go. Crypto whales are aping into new Ethereum altcoin, top gaming asset, surging scaling solution. Let's see. This is about ApeCoin, of course. The Ethereum-based project was created by the founders of the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Whale stats reveal that the whales bought an average of 6,540 ape tokens for $86,996 over a 7-day period. You guys can see here how high it was, only behind stable coins and ETH. Also popular is Gala Games, which, of course, I prefer to call it Gala Games because I'm American, but whatever. Frank, showed you guys could be a good entry point right now for that. You got Loop Ring at 7th. You got Phantom. I tell you, watch out for Phantom because we see this when we have projects that have really bad news. Andre Cronje stepping away. The project dropped like 30%, whatever it was. Thorchain, you go back over last summer and they had a big hack and the price dropped tremendously. Those usually turn out to be some of the better entry points for a lot of these coins. BitBoy listens to Michael Bolton. That is definitely, and Bon Jovi. I hate rock music. I hate soft rock music. I hate pretty much all rock music. So you're 100% wrong there. I only listen to country and rap. That's it. Nothing in between. Transaction Tracker also took to Twitter to highlight some of the biggest recent crypto buys. One whale bought 10 million, almost 11 million Galo tokens for 2.72 million. Another whale nabbed 200 billion of meme coin Shiba Inu. If you've got Shiba Inu, I consider you should take Shiba out of you.
Mm-hmm.
An ETH whale grabbed a cool 700,000 of layer 2 scaling solution Polygon. Whale bought 2.75 million of Phantom. So that would probably end up being the best buy out of all these. What I would say about this Shiba Inu, one thing we've been like kind of on the hunt to try to figure out that we've yet to be able to confirm is that, basically the long and the short of it is that, is there a lot of manipulation in having these whales get this Shiba? Like, are these people from Shiba that are dispersing Shiba to these addresses to make it look like it's popular? Because it makes no sense to any of us that this is the big coin that whales like. Like, it makes zero sense.
Yeah.
So there's something fishy going on with that. So I'm not really sure why we care about that. Why has Ben not on NFT Alpha? I don't know. It's a good question. I should go on the show sometime.
Yeah.
Did a video of Meta Money this weekend. So
We should do it. Maybe do an episode of Off the Cuff with them.
Yeah.
Part of it is they've been nailing down some of that stuff as far as content flow, and then Justin Williams has been out for the last week or so. But yeah, we'll make that happen.
Bernard Buteau. Everyone has their own music taste. Bring on the rock and jazz for me. Do you know who loves rock music?
Who?
People from the north, the Northeast. They
Germans.
love rock music.
A lot of
If you go to
European
Philadelphia
music.
or you go to New York, like you hear like Journey and friggin' Bon Jovi and all that. You hear that everywhere you go, in the restaurants. Pittsburgh, another place that's like that. They love rock music up north, for sure. Quick rug pull, U.S. Justice Department charges two 20-year-olds an alleged $1.1 million NFT scam. I got to say to this, good. Buyers who invest in trendy new projects are harmed by so-called NFT rug pulls or other scams. However, the crypto space's pseudonymous nature does not mean that alleged crooks may always vanish without repercussions, as a pair of NFT investors learn. The Department of Justice charged two men with fraud and money laundering in connection to a Bitcoin rug pull conspiracy. Andre Lacuna and Ethan Nguyen allegedly gained $1.1 million by selling NFT tokens based on snowman-like characters called Frosties. I don't know if I heard of this one or not. It's hard to know because it's like they all sound the same. I think I've heard of it, but I'm not sure. That's not rock. Bon Jovi is not rock music. That's like the definition of rock music.
Soft
You
rock.
agree, right?
Yeah, that's the definition of soft rock for sure.
No.
I mean, rock
That's
music,
soft
yeah.
rock.
I mean,
It's
that's-
not heavy metal. It's not hard rock. But I think Journey and Bon Jovi are like the definition of rock.
classic rock, yeah. If you consider classic rock.
Frosties started on OpenSea secondary market for as little as 0.001 ETH, about $3. Let's see. They were initially sold for 0.04 ETH. Frosties was a hotly anticipated initiative whose 8,888 NFTs. That's pretty funny. You get it? Snowmen, sold out within an hour. The offer was to grant consumers the exclusive rights to giveaways, metaverse-based game using 3D avatars and past future seasons of NFTs. But on January 9th, they abandoned the initiative and transferred the money in Bitcoin proceeds from the conspiracy to other conspiracy wallets. How is it Bitcoin? How is it Bitcoin proceeds?
I wonder
Right?
if it's-
Because they were sold for ETH, right? What did they do? That they transferred it. They sold it for Bitcoin and then transferred it. It's a little confusing there.
I guess that's what they're saying.
When the two were arrested in LA, they were advertising a second one called Embers that was scheduled to start later this week. And this is what I told you guys for like over and over and over again. The people doing this stuff are the same people over and over and over again. That's why you need to run as fast as you can from anonymous projects. Run as fast as you can, because they may not all be scams, but 99.99% of scams are done by anonymous people. So, Bitcoin, obviously, in the 0.001% or 0.01%, it's not a scam, but almost everything else that is anonymous, it has a great chance of being a scam. That's why we don't touch anonymous projects here on the channel, other than Bitcoin. Ember's roadmap included $50,000. Here's another thing. Look, another red flag. Ember's roadmap includes a $50,000 donation to charity.
Yep.
Run from charity coins. Run from anything that says they're giving money to charity. Okay. Obviously, we give away a car every month to a single parent, but you see that on the channel and we do it.
It's not,
and we're not asking for money from you. We do that with our own money.
yeah, it's not charity that's bad, but it's projects that are using charity as a selling point. Generally, that's to hook generous people, young people, people that will FOMO, like, it's for charity.
Oh, it's for charity. I can make money and help.
Yeah, saving dogs or saving people. That's what they all kind of use. Like Ukraine was the big one. That proceeds going to the war and all that stuff. So yeah, now I'd probably just banned us. But
somebody said Craig Wright is not anonymous. That's pretty
Fair.
good. That's a good one. That's a good one. Nguyen and Lacuna are among the first criminal NFT dependents in the rug pull era. This is an interesting story. Let's see here. They announced a heightened focus on digital asset related offenses by establishing a national crypto enforcement team. Good. I say good to all this. We welcome all of it. If they ever want any help, we'll volunteer. Another crypto scam. Former party producer charged in $2.7 million cash to Bitcoin plot. So this was a former party organizer.
Yeah, those guys are having a field day right now because of the success of the Bored Ape Yacht Club and the people thinking like, oh, this is going to be the next one. And then they just do it less. And
it's kind of like the ICO craze, really.
Yeah, it really is. It's sad to watch.
Yep. Let's see. Anyway, the man was known as DJ Sick.
Nice.
I guess that's how you pronounce that. 2014, he was featured in a Vice story highlighting his work as a DJ, yada, yada, yada. Anyways, be careful out there with the scams.
He was laundering $620,000, it said? He was busted for money laundering? Right there at the bottom?
It said, additionally, he's charged with laundering $620,000 for a client who's part of an Eastern European organized criminal network. $267,000 for the operator of an international romance fraud. Is that the Tinder swindler?
Wow.
This is the Tinder swindler right here. So, anyways, I did start watching this World's Worst Roommates last night on Netflix. The first episode, highly recommend.
Really?
It is nuts for sure. You would love it.
Huh.
It's about a grandma.
Interesting.
Yep. Somebody said Ben and Peter Schiff video. Where can I find it? It never got released. I have no idea. So we've given up on that. So I don't know what happened there with that. But we did an hour-long debate with him, and it went really great. And I don't know. Maybe he paid to not have it out because he got, thrashed. Alchemist Nietzsche says that series gets wilder than that. That's pretty incredible. Can't wait. All right. Wax NFT sales volume surpasses BSC by $22 million. That's impressive. Let's see. The volume outpaced Binance Smart Chain for the second month running. Both chains saw NFT sales volume increase year over year. Let's see here. February proved to be a difficult month for several areas of the crypto finance space, but BSC NFT volume sales managed new all-time highs. BSC was able to generate $1.14 million in total sales volume. That seems very low, doesn't it?
1.1.
$1.1 million in NFT sales on BSC in a month.
Yeah.
Doesn't that seem very low?
Well, BSC.
That's like 3 Bored Apes.
Well,
it's secondary market, but still.
Well, they're cheaper too. They don't generally, it's not the high priced NFTs like what we've seen on Ethereum. So
pronounce it football. Sorry, come on. There's a comment over there. It says, pronounce it football. Maybe it's football. He spelled it football. Like it. Although the statistic may not seem impressive due to the total number of transactions. So yeah, I told you it wasn't impressive.
Yeah.
The sales volume increased 1,109%. It's on 90% year over year. Where's the Wax story here? Wax continues to surpass BSC. Let's see. Wax. See, look at this number. Wax sales volume $23.82 million. Sales volumes on Wax soared by 14%. But didn't they just say that? Like, what was the number we were looking at? The BSC past Ethereum.
Probably transactions.
It had something to do with NFTs, I thought. Maybe it was regular NFT. I don't know. But anyways. Buyers still prefer NFTs on the Wax blockchain. I mean, when you look at the Wax blockchain, you're looking at some of the OGs from NFTs. Wax around way longer than Binance Smart Chain even thought about existing. So
Yeah, it was built for NFTs. That's the whole reason they made it. So it does very well. It was one of we enjoyed using it. If you need low cost, high transaction NFTs to play games and stuff like that, Wax is far and away one of the best.
Yeah. All right, checking out Cardano here. Cardano pairs most of its quarter one losses. Is ADA rebounds 60% in a month. I love that.
Feels good.
What? Oh, BJ's back there yelling about Cardano. He only likes Cardano. You would think for somebody that's got $300 in crypto that he would not care that much, but he does.
He likes Cody too.
Cody, he likes Cody?
Yeah.
Hey, we sold all our Cody recently. I tell you what, BJ likes it run. I'm just kidding. We love Cardano.
Yeah, we do.
It's just funny. He's very tribalistic with his Cardano love. He is for sure. He loves Hosky. Him and Hosky, they're like best friends. Actually, Hosky has no idea who BJ is. Just want to be clear about that. He does know who I am. And some people think I'm him. Actually, that's happened too. ADA price is now in a notorious sell-off area that coincided with the price crashing 40% in January. ADA inched higher on March 25th, putting itself on course to recoup a great portion of its losses. Cardano not so bullish yet. ADA's price jumped by around 7.5% in trading Friday, reaching 1.19 reaching $1.19, over a month after bottoming out at 75 cents, which we bought most of ours at 67 cents.
Mm-hmm.
That was a huge investment for us that had gigantic returns, and then it was almost back to even, crypto, am I right? Cardano token's huge rebound move netted around 60% in gains. Nonetheless, it remained at the risk of losing its upside momentum in the coming week. At the core of this bearish analogy is a multi-month ascending channel pattern. Channels upper, yada, yada, yada. I don't want to read too much into the technicals here. ADA fundamentally bullish. Co-founder of the crypto wallet service Mindplex believes Cardano's interim outlook is bullish despite its overbought risk. The executive believes that ADA's ongoing growth momentum is more fundamental than technical. I would tend to agree with that at this point. Knowing the token started spiking after it became one of the assets, including the Grayscale investment new altcoin fund, which we know is definitely something that they do, something that they pump. Growth of proof is how impressed investors are with respect to the revolutionary role of the Cardano blockchain. They said the $1 price level remains critical support. Coin's resistance is at $1.50. So that sure would be nice to see it get up there. Can't wait to see XRP moving up there as well. Cardano-based MinSwap DEX exits maintenance mode after patching critical vulnerability. I did also see that Rand said that at Crypto Banner that they are doing some, hold on one second, that they are going to be investing in some Cardano DEXs or something like that. So interesting. Who was it about a month ago that said, don't sleep on ADA, put some respect on that name? Who said that?
That sounds like something you would say.
Does sound like something I would say. Put some respect on that name, baby.
60% pump. Boom.
Told you. What can I say? I've never made a wrong prediction on this channel.
Ever.
Not a single one.
They just haven't happened yet.
Hey, I will tell you this. We got a lot better track record this year so far. So.
Yeah.
And we actually had an incredible track record last year until about the last 3 months.
Yeah.
So is what it is.
What have you done for me lately? Right?
That's it, guys. Okay. The funds are now all safe. Vulnerability's been patched, yada, yada, yada. So there you go. There was some stuff going on with the Cardano DEX. Where is the XR? We've gone from the ADA gang to the XR. From the ADA gang to the XRP army. Let's go. XRP army. You got to go straight from the X to the suck it to everybody else. That's what you got to go. You got to go straight from the X to the D-Generation X. Tell everybody that's not on that Ripple train that, sad for them. They're going to miss out. Same thing I'm going to say I said about Cardano a month ago. Put some respect on the name. You better put some respect on the XRP army. I cannot wait to show you guys what we got going on with XRP soon. It is going to be the biggest thing ever in crypto. That's a bold statement. Biggest thing ever in crypto events. I'll say that for sure. No question about it. That's an unequivocal statement right there. 126.5 million XRP sent to Ripple's ODL, Bitso, and some major exchanges. Investors have made several hefty transactions between their wallets, moving almost 130 million of Ripple-affiliated XRP tokens to major digital exchanges according to Whale Alert. The aforementioned cryptocurrency tracker has tweeted in the last 15 hours an astounding amount of XRP tokens has been shoveled by crypto whales. And that reminds me of, if you go back here, Nick Burifato. I actually had a talk with this guy the other day. He works for Linkto. So that's the platform he's referring to here. It's LINQTO. He says, we have less than 1 day supply of Ripple left on the Linkto platform. Whether you've been waiting to buy for your first time or to add to your holdings, time is of the essence. The point here I'm showing you is not to tell you to go buy it there. You know, you got to be an accredited investor or whatever. The point is saying, look how little they have right now. 1 day of supply, it's probably gone. Each way this 3 hours ago. People are piling in to XRP right now. There were 5 transactions carrying $105 million worth of XRP. 126.5 million tokens shifted in lumps of several million. After that amount, 70 million were sent from the US-based Bittrex platform. I'm ready to get this thing relisted. That's what I want. I want this thing relisted ASAP. So if you're in the XRP army, make sure to throw that X up. Also, make sure to smash that like button. Chaz B says, I only want XRP to moon so that George is wrong. I don't care who's right and who's wrong. You know what I want? The bags to go up so the people win.
That's right.
That's what I want. That's all I care about. We love George. So
yeah, George is great. He brings a lot of good information. I mean, everybody, look, there's so many coins. We're all going to get a lot right and a couple wrong. Like, that's just how it goes. And everybody doesn't have to love them all. We just have to pick ones that are going to make a difference for us.
Jonathan Maneri says, XRP is dumb, but I can't wait for the post-lawsuit pump.
There you go.
There you go. If that's your attitude, that's fine. Whatever. Okay. All right. What's that?
No, I'm asked for questions in Q&A. That was just kind of a funny question.
All right, let's hit the headlines here real quick. EU passes law to rein in big tech domination over smaller players. We know we're heading toward this really scary technocracy. Axie Infinity, it pumped over the last couple of days. Here are potential reasons here. Interest in decentralized project returns. Some of the use case of Axie Infinity, it's owned by the players. One of the fundamental reasons is the presentation of the way the governance of the treasury is working, yada, yada, yada. So I think we're just seeing money flowing back to crypto is kind of what I think. Football legend David Beckham joins Metaverse and becomes blockchain ambassador. Man, we love football players like the Beck. You know, hey, and in that Metaverse, you can bend it like Beckham.
Yeah.
You can bend it like Beckham.
Everyone's dreams are coming true.
They are. Hey, guys, we are really making a push to get popular in Europe right now. Foodverse, world's first food metaverse where NFTs can buy food in real life. That looks like a gummy pizza, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Those little gummy, like the gummy burgers.
Uh-huh.
I like it. You got the tomato sauce, you got the peps, you got the cheese, you got the crust. I would eat. You know, I don't like the burger gummies because they have pickles on them. So this is a pretty interesting story here where we just see the merge of, real and metaverse stuff. Azuki spikes passport apes in daily sales. I don't know what this is. I'd have to ask Justin or DZ. NFTs are dead, but someone sells $23 million worth of NFTs. X copy. We have this LG Electronic adds blockchain and crypto as new areas of business. Not shocking. Bitcoin miner revenue grows by 7%. That's bullish. And that's our Facebook page. Don't forget to hit up our Facebook page. All right, let's go to Q&A.
All right, guys, if you have any questions, drop them here in the chat. I've pulled a couple. One was from Grant. Are there any nodes you would recommend on the ADA or Sol blockchain? The ones I have found that I can afford are on AVAX. Yeah, we run the B pool, I think is what it's called. BitBoy pool on
BitPool.
Yeah, BitPool on Cardano.
You can go to bitboycrypto.com/deals, and we have that at the top.
Yep, there you go. So that's a good place for that pool. Next question. Where to go?
Do I think that what is the name of that team? Scroll up a little bit. Where was the question about basketball?
Oh, I don't know.
Scroll back down. Keep going. What is the name of that team Is it St. Peter's?
The NCAA.
Yeah, St. Peter's. Do I
Sounds-
think they're going to beat Purdue? I am going to be cheering for them to beat Purdue. I'm pulling for old St. Peter's. I hope they get all the way to the Final Four.
Here's a good question: is it possible that you could lose your ETH due to the ETH burn?
No, because it's burning. The ETH that is getting burned are transaction fees. So those are fees that go to miners that push the transactions. So there's no chance that your Ethereum will get burned.
Yeah.
And if you're sending a transaction, you wouldn't miss it anyways, the part that's getting burned because it's a fee.
CryptoFace wants to know if you still talk to your cartel contact.
We've ran as far as we can.
We don't go to Mexico.
But I will tell you, I do, St. Peter's. The peacocks. You guys know I love peacocks. I basically, long and short of it, I do have a contact that does have contacts with the cartel, and it's very scary.
Yeah. Immutable X thoughts.
You will see Immutable X is in our portfolio. It is,
Made
I
the
think,
cut.
the lowest ranked coin that we have a major investment in our portfolio. And we are very bullish on Immutable X. There's a chance we see, at some point, the entire NFT world running through there. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And then somebody did ask, and I don't know if we know the exact date yet, when does that portfolio video drop?
Should be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
There you go.
This guy's asked about the Zen Sportia question of you. I know nothing about it, but I just you should always be skeptical about things that aren't mainstream NFT projects.
Right. And be careful with those white lists before the white list that, when will there be Everdome?
We've addressed
videos?
this 7 times this
know.
week.
We
It's
never-
tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And then last question. Will the Easter Bunny be returning this year?
No. The
No?
Ether Bunny was a one-time only, but we do refer to our Bored Ape as the Ether Bunny
That's right.
because he has bunny ears.
Yeah.
So how fitting, right?
Yeah.
Do I think the cartel is big into crypto? We know they are. They've tried to run several scams. They're big in crypto scams for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, the crypto is big in the cartel is big into crypto. It's a way for them. They're big on Monero. They're big on privacy coins. That is the kind of evil underbelly that does exist of crypto, but it's 0.01% of all transactions. Or I think it's 0.1%. It's 1 out of 1,000 transactions is nefarious in crypto.
All right. Well,
All right, guys. Well, that's it. Going to the Hawks game tonight. Going to check that out. So I'm wearing the Hawks jersey. A lot of people calling this a wife beater. Y'all are sports low IQ. Maybe not low IQ in real life, but this is called a basketball jersey.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. And yes, I did know what I was wearing when I brought this out, and I wore it because it's ridiculous. So there you go. That's all I got. Be blessed. Have a good weekend. The boy out.